Alrighty, fantastic. Good morning, my fantastic followers. Playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. Kind of re-addicted myself to this game. Been playing all the side missions I can when I'm not on stream. What you sorry for, Deputy? Also, welcome in, Deputy. Deputy, sorry, I'm confused. Possibly. I think it was Poseidon. I don't know why he figures prominent in the opening screen, because I don't think he ever shows up in the game. You do get a trident as a weapon. But, well, I mean, in this game, I don't know if you've played this, Deputy, but in this game, myth and real-life history kind of mixed together. We've already gone after the Cathalonian boar, or whatever it's called. A lot of the hunts that you do for Artemis, the Daughters of Artemis, are like mythological animals. Like one of the lions, it's the Nifonian lion, I think it's called. The Nemean lion, that's what it was. You have played it before? Ah. Alright, talk to Rotodus. Yeah, I have all these side quests that I've accepted. These are the goddesses hunt. Callisto the bear. All these are like mythological animals. So alright, so Deputy, a little history lesson for you. So according to the game, this is considered a heavy Spartan breastplate. This other linothorax right here is considered Athenian. However, that is not accurate to history. It was you wore whatever you had. This linothorax featured very heavily with a lot of Greek city-states because it was extremely cheap to make, but it was also really durable and offered good protection. But there was no, like, specifically Spartish or specifically Athenian armor as far as I'm aware. Yes, so when you first, at least for me, when I bought this game, I got it on sale. So I got, like, whenever I buy a game on sale and I'm really interested in it, usually I buy everything because it's super cheap. So I can get Enzio's coat. I can get all his stuff. And now we have Enzio. But I also get a sword too. I like his sword. It's kind of, I think it's supposed to be like a broadsword with a basket rapier hilt, because that hilt featured very prominently with a lot of Renaissance, styled rapiers. But yes, I do agree. Ezio is the GOAT. I think it's Ezio. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, you have different. They have different. This game has like different helmets versus like Athenians and Spartans. So you have this type of helmet, which is prominently called the Illyrian helmet, and then your basic hoplite helmet, which is kind of just a different version of the Corinthian helmet. But the Corinthian helmet is one that we've seen most often scattered around Greece. And I like this one because I get the plume. And then, of course, we have the Wolf of Sparta's helmet. But I like using this one the most. This one's okay. I'm not a huge fan of the huge crest that's on it. Alright. Going back to my original heavy theme bracers. Where were they? There we go. Yeah, that's how most people pronounce it, and that's how I pronounced it until I did some studying and I was listening to somebody talk about them. And they were like, yeah, it's hoplite. After the shield, I think. The shield is called... it was called a... It was called a hoplon, or a hoplon. I think it's a hoplon. But they got their name from their shields. But yeah, it's the shields are very large, and you know, it's part of the reason why the Greek phalanx was just so impregnable. It wasn't invincible, but it was definitely hard to get a hold of. Fast shot here. It's unfortunate because we've kind of gotten into the slump of the main quest where there's not a whole lot of fighting. I'm gonna have to go out and find fights. I think the two opposing sides of the Peloponnesian War were you have the main side of Sparta and Athens leading them. But the two opposing sides, like there was two factions. Yeah, the Peloponnesian League, which was led by Sparta. And the Delian League, which was led by Athens. Yeah, this game is making me restudy my ancient history.
So this is the secret check.
Where is there? So, I don't know how historically accurate this sword is. The design, the curved design is kind of true, but like this whole like, kind of how the blade splits into like a larger edge, that jagged edge, I don't know how accurate it is. Where's a good... Because most of the time, the Greek soldiers used a spatha, or just like a straight sword like this, or they used a kopis. I don't have a good accurate design. Yeah, this thing right here. This is what the traditional kopis would have looked like. But Nikolai's sword looks pretty good, so... Oh, Nikolaus's sword. Nikolaus. I like his sword
They're
style,
not ones
so...
for subtlety, are they?
during this cutscene, I'm gonna make a quick little announcement. So, Rock Galactic is a proud partner of Dubby Energy for all your energy needs, healthy energy needs, in my opinion. They have the caffeinated tubs, and then they have tubs that are strictly for like hydration purposes, no caffeine, lots of electrolytes. But yes, if you go to www.dubby.gg, use code RockGalactic at checkout for 30% off. We'd appreciate it. I have my order coming in on Monday, tomorrow, so I'll be able to pick that up sometime this week. And then my fellow content creator at the Rock Galactic, StringWiz, he has his order in, and from what he says, it is very good, so I cannot wait to try mine. I think I got like a fruit punch. I'm a huge fruit punch kind of guy, so... But yes, I cannot wait. Try it out. Do you have a torch? I don't have anything. Oh! Gentlemen?
You're late! Very late! It's a good thing Demos hasn't arrived yet.
Sorry, it's my first time.
Can you recruit? Welcome, welcome!
I'll go talk to the others. Thank you.
Yes, yes, before Demos comes. Who knows if you'll get a word in after that.
One second, I gotta respond to a work chat. Yeah, my shift's going to night shift this week. Actually starting tomorrow. So... yeah. Dude, honestly... well, it's because I was unsure if we're going to night shift, so I was trying to get some clarification. But back to this thing, Deputy. This is why I love Odyssey. The storyline, the main storyline, is phenomenal. I will never get tired of this storyline. Some of like the DLC ones are kind of weird, but this one is fantastic. I like the main quest. The Atlantis one was a little cool. I like the idea of it, but it was kind of eh.
Go on. Make your offering.
I have no idea what I just agreed to. But just remember, I'm not a Templar with a code of honor. I'm a Misthios.
Bloodline will do for us.
The bloodline?
The mother, the father, the brother. You know, her kin. We need them. All of them.
To use them?
That information is not for Demos, of course. You know how volatile she is. She could rip through us easily.
I'll be sure to keep it to myself.
As you should. Nor can she know we're about to capture her mother.
Okay.
And do what with her?
I would lower my voice if I were
Yeah,
you.
I am the brother.
She will be put to good use. Unless
Though
she's
I will say,
uncontrollable.
according to people that have played as Cassandra, Evil Alexios is like
No, but it won't be long. until
extremely like
she's the cult's next target.
psychopathic, like more than Cassandra was.
I have to go.
To our great ambition.
To ambition.
I'll need much more information to identify who these cultists are.
Yeah, not the mama. Not the mom.
You're not listening.
I'm still not convinced.
You. We need another opinion on
They have
this.
mods for this game where you can play as a
Why split the
cultist,
resources searching
but
for a
I don't know
woman
why
we
you
can't
want to play
find?
as a bad guy.
If we narrow our focus, Athens will be ours. Immediate threats have to be destroyed. Pericles has to be destroyed.
Not without the mother. We aren't strong enough without the mother.
Don't let Demos hear that. If anything, we should be hunting the father.
We know who the mother is. Looking for the father would be a waste of resources.
What do you think?
I will say,
Hunt the champion's mother or her
these
father?
cutscenes are kind of long.
Neither.
You have a better idea.
The sibling, Alexios.
He's as good as ours already. We need to look to the future.
No. Go after him.
Not his real father. That's his adopted father, apparently.
I hear you.
We found that out last time I streamed this.
You're just wrong. We need to look for the father now.
Is there one more? One more person to talk to? I feel like there's one more person to talk to, I just don't know where. Yeah, you didn't know that? Nikolaos is the adopted father of Alexios and Cassandra.
Letters
Am I
to and
stealing
from
this?
the court.
Yes, I'm stealing this.
Gods. They have a foothold in every part of the Greek world.
They're talking
More dangerous
on
than I
Nexus
thought.
mods. There's a few like discussion groups going on Nexus mods where they're trying to see if they can mod in a shield. But the problem is they would have to replace the spear.
Why they face so sad?
Honestly, the first time I played this, I didn't get it. I didn't see that coming either, Deputy. Honestly, this entire storyline kept catching me off guard.
Just don't touch them. Don't hurt them.
That is up to you, but I know you behave because you know their fates if you don't.
Please, don't.
We will kill them. Your wife, your child, and then what would you have to live for?
Nothing.
Exactly.
There's like a lot of like stuff in here where it's like it's a lot of the storyline will catch you off guard. Also, Deputy, I don't know if I've done this in the stream yet, but I put my logo in the bottom right corner, and it looks fantastic. So, thank you, Deputy, for that spark of creativity.
Pull yourself together, Malaka! You're a fucking pig before slaughter!
I'll do it. I swear. I'll kill him. Let me go.
You like to watch, you sick fuck? You're not just going to watch, you're going to teach this little insolent shit a lesson!
What am I doing?
Does he deserve it?
Does it fucking matter, does it? What I say goes. No questions asked.
I couldn't do it. But I'm not scared. Not anymore.
If you can't kill a fucking artist, what are you gonna do when I tell you to kill a fucking Archon?
I will. I'll kill Phidias.
Show him what happens to cowards. They get fucking burned!
No. He's yours.
You don't know what the fuck fun is. More for me. Fuck with me, and there's plenty more where that came from.
See, the point is to not do it yourself, but participate just enough so they're not suspicious.
Now get
Towards the
fuck
pyramid.
out of here
It's
before I
covered in
get this
shards,
creature's blood on
like
your
albinos.
roads. You! Someone was spotted going into your house. Guards were found dead outside.
The Pythia? Oh, there's no way they've got the Oracle of Delphi back there. Did anybody notice that?
Speak! Before I really give you something to cry about.
You see that? That's the Oracle right there. They're talking about us. The someone that went in their house and killed the guards.
I wish I
Yep,
could
that was
do
me.
something, but
But if I reveal myself now, this will all be for nothing.
I mean, this isn't called Assassin's Creed for no reason. Alright, the Holy Triangle of the Cult of... I don't know what this cult is called. Do it. Put it on there. So no one's asking where Elpenor went?
Ah, you had the last piece. Now it is
No one's
ready.
like, where's our boy Elpenor?
Every
Actually,
time
they
I
probably
see
don't
it,
know who
it
each other
calls
is.
to me and sings of power. Does it call to you like it calls to me?
It does. It's impressive.
Yes. Show your reverence. What we have now is everything. Hera has blessed me.
Hera
My
is the
great
queen of the
warrior is
gods,
leading
wife
our
of
army to
Zeus.
victory. Can you imagine the pride I feel? Then you have a thing or two left to learn. I raised our champion to bring us to
Oh, I know who
ultimate
she
glory.
is. I think I know who she is.
Wait and see.
She got some nice armor. And that's a head.
Elpenor is dead. One of you is a traitor. The artifact will expose them.
Why does she have no sword and the sword frog on her left-hand side? Yes, that is called a frog.
Everyone will
It
be
holds the
tested.
sheath of the sword.
You first. Go.
Did she grab me? No, she didn't grab me.
You.
I don't know which one's me.
Go.
She's 100% going to catch me, though. There's no way. Like, I'm not that good at hiding.
You.
My question is, why is she randomly picking? If she wants to know who the traitor is, why shouldn't she just go around in order, you know? Maybe she's trying to create a sense of, like, tension, like, trying to, like, build the tension, create foreboding, I don't know. Well, if she doesn't know who I am now, or then, she definitely knows now.
Cassandra. Who are you?
She found me.
Go. You. Get up here.
Oh! Ow! He's got shards in his face. kind of...
The traitor is dead!
I don't know why she saved me. I think I just flashbanged her with my memories, but that was about it. Calmly confused. I am confused. All right. Jeez, when are these cutscenes going to be gone? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the movie.
You're alive. They know me. My family. They want my mother dead.
I see. It's worse than I thought.
There's more. They have a weapon.
What kind?
A soldier. Stronger and more ferocious than any I've ever seen. Herodotus. It's my sister.
We need to get to Athens.
Athens? We need to find my mother. My clothes. Spear.
Of course.
My spear.
He thinks Herodotus might have taken his spear, because he was eyeballing it earlier. I need to get a new Chiton.
The cult of Cosmos called my sister.
Oh,
Demos.
it's the cult of Cosmos.
She
Gotcha.
used an artifact to see my memories.
Alexios, the man I serve. We must tell him what's happened before it's too late.
Pericles.
You've heard the name Pericles before.
Pericles is the king of the free people of Athens.
King? Athens has no king. Pericles serves the people.
Yeah, so there was different, like, each city-state had their own way of ruling. You have democracy in Athens, and then in Sparta, you had an oligarchy, which is the rule of two kings.
We all are. If there are forces colluding against him, he must be warned. We have to go.
I'm only worried about my mother. Yes. Because mom is awesome.
They're hunting my family. My mother.
Mother is fantastic.
You carry the blade of Leonidas. Act like it. If Pericles doesn't put an end to this war...
Apparently, the spear of Leonidas might have some magical powers, but,
Fuck your war! The cultists are exterminating my family!
You have a duty to the Greek world. We both do. Pericles must be warned.
She is my mother. What would you have me do?
If there is one place where we can find information about your mother...
Burrow really wants to go to Athens.
How?
Pericles surrounds himself with the brightest minds in Athens. Which is to say, anywhere. In Athens, you can fulfill your duty to your family.
Athens are like the bookworms of the Greek world, and Sparta was like the jocks.
I need you to meet me at
the meatheads.
At Thermopylae.
Leonidas? Why?
There's something I need to know. Something that may help us take down this cult and save your mother.
You've proven I can trust you. But let's make it quick, Herodotus. First Thermopylae, then we go to Athens.
Okay.
I'll make sure every single
Dude,
one of
is
these
that...
cultists
We're gonna
dies
take
by
out
my
that
hands.
mercenary. You... Stop it. I've played this game before. I know what to do. Alright. Did I kill this guy? When did I kill him? Oh, okay, gotcha. Do we know who this guy is? Oh, we do.
Slay always understand you better when you carve your rules
We know
into
this
the
guy?
backs of their heads.
We do.
What's one life worth without 1,000 others behind it?
I think we know all of these guys. Or might know all of these guys.
Cosmos demands to know the secrets hiding in the hearts of men. So I simply cut them open.
We'll just unveil all these guys real quick.
Democracy
Midas?
when Thrakmi rules the world.
Oh, this guy's kind of weird. Coo-coo-ca-choo.
The cult is nothing without me. Even the gods cower in my wake. Kneel or die.
We have a lot of targets.
Only to realize
I think
the
did I not sink this guy? I guess I didn't sink that guy. I know I killed somebody. I don't know if he was like a target of some sort of like quest or something, but
I am the last man left standing.
is this guy a mercenary? That guy might be a mercenary. Nope. Nope. I don't know who he is. Let's go back to the menu real fast. That's actually kind of nice.
Chaos is our greatest
Armor
strength.
of Achilles. Cool. Hey! Oh, no. Let's not go after him. I was about to kill myself by accident. Alright. Where are we going? We have a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. We have 21 hours to get that one done. 21. Alright, cool. No, we're not going to kill Daughters of Artemis. That's kind of not good to go. Alright, so. We're going to do that. I also want to take out one of these guys. 15, 13, 18. You're going to be our target for right now. Where are you? Ooh. Aha. Gotcha. Assassination mission. We're gonna take somebody out. Cult of Cosmos. Ancient Greece. Wonder what happens if you take Attica away from Athens. I'm trying not to kill Spartans because I'm Spartan myself, but at the same time, like, yeah. How much alliance do I have with them in the first place? Load faster. The good news is these guys don't generally move around. I can't wait to go to Olympia because ouch, that hurt. I can't wait to go to Olympia because the statue of Zeus is there. So the statue of Zeus in Olympia was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. I saved you, woman. Take the tree. What What do I have left to upgrade? Everything's at 15, I think. 15, 15, 15, 15. I need to upgrade that stuff. Where'd he go? I know I killed him. Did he just disappear? Did the goat I killed over here just disappear? There was a goat over here, right? That's extremely confusing. Oh well. Gotcha. I have to get resources to upgrade my stuff. Alright, I got to be sneaky.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Goodbye. That's the thing about this. I've never run out of arrows. That guy is going to put a bounty on me if he sees me kill somebody, so we're just going to kill him. Am I stuck? I was on something. I will be sneaky. There's no way he saw me.
You won't get away with that.
Did they see me? Somebody saw me. Alright, what did I get? Oops, I got a belt. +9 assassin damage? Nah. I'm honestly good with assassin damage, I think. Yeah, sweet. Let's, So I think purple is better than gold, because purple we get more stuff compared to like this. I wonder if I upgrade this if it's the same. Well, nah, that gives me more stuff. Never mind. More stuff I want. This. Oh, that's a set. I can't. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can sneak our way out of here. Where's, the guy that did that? Where's the bounty guy? Oh, he's up here. I don't care.
What's happening over there?
Yeah, go set the alarm. Bounty hunter. Where's he at? Come here, mister.
Get reinforcements!
I don't care. Time to make tracks. Is there anything up here? No. But there's somebody right there. Oh, I thought I knew you. I know he's right over there.
Do you see any movement? Nothing
Well,
yet.
he's level 17.
Your weapons ready. Yes, sir.
There's no way they don't see me. I'll fight him off in a bit. Remember, I'm not necessarily going after Spartans. Those two mercenaries, however, prime targets. May I upgrade my gear, sir? A customer. I don't think I can. I don't have enough stuff. Yeah, I don't have enough. I can upgrade those.
If I can help you again, let me know.
Alright. Yeah, that's fairly good. Alright. A little too high. That doesn't matter. Time to go to the hot gates of the Maple. Hippocrates' approach to medicine. Oh, I didn't read it. Dreams in ancient Greece could be interpreted as both medical prognoses and prophetic signs. Try quick saving. F5 is also the button that says end stream, so not pressing that button unless you guys are sick and tired of me, and then I won't press it. Dude, water are good. climbing over mountaintops. What is... Nope. Level 20. And I'm landing on your table. So originally, the Oracle of Delphi was in a cave, not in a temple. Do I know where the cave was? Heck no, I don't. Should I? Probably. That's why I call myself a novice historian. Ooh, tree! I do need a lot of hide, though. Hide is going to help me out. Honestly, instead of doing side quests, I should just do a bunch of hunting stuff. And just spend a couple hours just hunting. Ah, yes, the haunt gates of Thermopylae. Where the Persians were almost defeated by the Greeks. So, over that way, that's like Macedonia and Thracia up there. Up there is the... Up here is where Constantinople would be. And that's where Xerxes crossed into Europe from Asia Minor. But as you can see, I'm not in a very good area at the moment. But when we get down there, I'll show you exactly why. I'll show you exactly why Thermopylae was a fantastic place to hold off the Persians. Partly because, like, I think it was over there. Might have been, like, right over there. So, over there is where the pass was. But, like, due to the Greek phalanx, they could... Totally, I'm not going to die. I'm just going to lose almost all of my health. See? But due to the Greek phalanx, you could bottle up a pass, like...
Thermopylae. They say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes.
But yeah, the Greek phalanx would have posted up somewhere over there in that pass. And they just would have held their ground and waited for the Persians to come at them. Because you face a shield wall with some heavily armored hoplites with your desert warriors, like, right over there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna ride my horse over there. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they would have plugged this hole right here Yep, this is the spot. But as you can see, this is one of the only viable ways that they could have taken. There's other ways, but this is the quickest and most viable way to go through. Now, the Greeks would have posted up here, and they would have blocked this entrance with the amount of hoplites they had. Like, they definitely could have blocked this for days. Now, I don't exactly know where the back door was, but there was a Greek guard that was holding it, and they just ended up retreating. They just left. So not a good look on their parts. But, who's this guy? I don't need to kill him. There's a lot of deer. Good hunting. I know I dropped another one somewhere over here. Did I get all of them? I think I got all of them. But yeah, as you can see, blocking up, it's not what I wanted to do. I'm breaking the horse's ankles. That was not a good idea. But yeah, as you can see, that's why Thermopylae was one of the best places to halt the Persian advance. Now, the Persians they weren't at all, by no means a bad army. They were a good army. There's a reason why Persia conquered almost all the Middle East and was a formidable fighting force. Not only because they had men, but they were good. But they were not well acquainted with Greek way of fighting. You know, the Greeks had their own way. It's Europe. They have their own way of doing things. Versus Persia had their own fighting style because, I don't know if you know this, but Middle East is all desert. There's hardly any mountains compared to Europe, right? So the Greek phalanx, not only was it heavily armored, for one, but the Persians hadn't encountered, to my knowledge, something like that in Persia. They weren't used to the Greek way of fighting. Their cavalry was of zero use here, and Persian cavalry was very good. But not only that, but the arrows that they would have shot at these guys, you know, we're going to make it rain arrows, block out the sun, or we're going to fight in shade, yada, yada, yada. They could have just, all they had to do was cover them up with their shields. I don't know if you guys realize, but the Greek shield was massive. It was the round version of the Roman scutum. And the Roman scutum has been very improperly portrayed by a lot of people. It's massive. It covers most of your body. Trying to get these hides. What are you doing here? Oh, you're praying? I'm not gonna.
This is where Leonidas was laid to rest. I wish I had known him.
I don't know if he was buried. No, Leonidas wasn't buried here. Leonidas was buried in Sparta. It's actually a tourist attraction. The remnants of his tomb is in Sparta.
You can hear them. Their final war cries. Before every last one of those brave Spartans perished. Their voices were silenced that day, but their story will be sung for an eternity.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans. What's on your mind, Herodotus?
The Battle of Thermopylae still echoes in our hearts. But to stand here is to feel it in your bones.
There's nothing here but ghosts. My concerns are with the living.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
It's like a Boromir-esque moment. He's got nothing holding his sword up there. Got him back. And he stabbed him where he doesn't have a little lot of armor. But that's the thing. If he's wearing plate armor, would a sword go through that? Would a sword go through that plate armor? I mean, like an arrow would, because you gotta think an arrow has a lot more, like punch. It's like a bullet, right? Not as fast, but you definitely have the power, right? Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna learn a little history.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside Leonidas and his 300. But when the mighty king looked into their eyes and saw fear, he sent them home.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom or its king to the Persians.
I don't know about the Pythia,
Leonidas
but
made his choice.
well, that's the thing, Deputy, is that there were arrows that could definitely do that. And like, see, I don't know. Because it's the same thing with medieval armor. Medieval armor was like good against slashing damage and stuff like that, but puncture damage, like arrows definitely did the trick. Especially something called a bodkin arrow. It was a needle point, specially made to puncture plate armor. So it is totally 100% possible that that breastplate would have been punctured by arrows. Would it have done a whole lot of damage? Probably not, because that breastplate would have taken out a lot of energy from the arrows itself. But he also had a lot of arrows in him, and also at the same time, I'm confused as to would the sword actually pierce that breastplate? That's my question. But also another historical point. Leonidas did not turn around a couple of thousand Greek soldiers just because he saw fear in their eyes. That's not what happened. Athens was there. Athens was the one that started that whole thing. Athens sent Sparta a message, was like, hey, we need to stop the Persians because they're coming. And all that they were allowed to bring, because it was like a feast day, it was like their celebration. So all that Sparta was giving them was 300, led by Leonidas. So he took the guys, met up with the other Greek city-states, Thracia, Corinthia, you have Athens, you have a couple others that I don't remember the names of, but he marched them all up. Well-made, full-plate armor, common in later periods, was designed to withstand impact and was difficult for arrows to penetrate. Alright, I stand corrected then. But, I will say, caveat, it's difficult to arrows to penetrate. It means arrows can penetrate it, just with difficulty. Just saying. But yes, if you are bringing facts like that to the table, then I will bow to the knowledge that is presented to me. But yes, Leonidas definitely didn't turn around a couple of thousand Greeks. He only turned them around when he found out they were going to be surrounded. Because there was not just 300 Spartans fighting for like, I think it was like it was a 3-day battle, and on the last day, they found out they were going to get surrounded, so he sent them away and he held the line with Spartan light armor consistent with Kevlar was easy for arrows to pierce. All right, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, linothorax, definitely piercing that with arrows. But yeah, like, Sparta was not alone for the first 2 days. They were alone for the last day, but that was about it. That was because he knew they were going to get surrounded. He told them to retreat and protect their own cities. Athens still got burned to the ground, but that's besides the point. But yeah, that's wrong.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I convinced myself was a dream. Until now.
But it's more like, I guess it makes a better story to hear that Spartans were unafraid, and that's why they held the line, because they were the best soldiers and they had no fear. It's like, yeah.
So you can show me shapes?
In my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient civilization. A people who came before. Your spear and that place.
It's courage isn't defined as the absence of fear. It's courage is defined as doing the right thing despite being afraid.
I trust you.
You understand. I will do everything in my power to help you find your mother. I promise.
Part of the reason why I don't like the movie 300, because I glorified it incredibly and turned it from the true story to a fictional story that had elements of truth. I'm going to do more research on Greek armor then. I'm going to do more research.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path.
On the island of Andros. Am I just blind? Oh, it's right there. So yes, I am blind.
They work in ways beyond our comprehension, and all we can do is follow their lead.
You could be right. Herodotus and I share enemies too.
Like El Pinor?
Is one part of a very powerful group called the Cult of Cosmos that controls the Greek world.
Controls the Oracle! Impossible! Apollo would not allow that.
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
Well, I didn't want to start a fight, so I'm doing that anyway.
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be
your sister. Why should your life is complicated?
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry. This Cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies.
Oh, look!
Fights like Athena.
We're taking this guy out.
We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon them. Is he always this positive?
So we're crewing, it looks like a Byron.
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then. We're going to have to do some upgrades to my ship if we're sailing into war. What do you mean? Well, she's old. Perhaps not in the best condition.
You couldn't have said this before we set sail? Where in Poseidon's name are we going to get this supplies?
My father taught me that the sea hates, and we must do the same.
He's got a trireme, it looks like. How many Dexivores? Okay, so that's accurate. Do you see what he did there? He when we went right by him, he took his oars in, and that was to avoid getting them sheared off by the other ship. And I'm pretty sure that was a trireme. So trireme, 3 decks of oars, and I'm pretty sure we have a bireme. But that's the thing, is I'm seeing more oars than we have. Okay, yeah, no, we have a bireme. Bireme, 2 decks of oars, trireme, 3 decks. And hold up. So it took 170 men to crew the oars of the trireme. And then we're gonna get away from combat. So I'm looking at a book right now, one of my books. So linothorax was composite armor. Yeah, kind of. So it's the same thing with Kevlar. Kevlar is composite armor, and it was made up of hemp and constructed by layering linen together with leather and metal, with metal plates being sewn onto the outside. And then the Corinthian helmet was based. We found a design dating back to 400 BC. And then the shield is technically called... It's been commonly referred to as a hoplon, but also as an aspis. Aspis.
A sight where the great Theseus slayed the vicious Cretan bull.
Oh, that marathon.
I'm definitely not paying attention. I was reading my book. Your PC crapped itself? That's not good. Well, now we're in combat, so... Yeah, I was doing a little bit of, I have a book that covers... It's basically a book of arms and armor throughout the ages. And it's comprehensive, or not comprehensive, it's very, like, short. It doesn't give, like, a whole lot of detail. It gives enough, but doesn't cover everything that I would like. Naval combat. Oh, we're on fire. We are on fire.
We need to move before they hit us.
Let's go!
Yeah, so it looks like we have 2 decks of ores. You know, a common type ram. The one thing this game doesn't have, or have a lot of, is Black Flag and Rogue. You had a lot of singing in the ships. There's barely any singing in here, and it's kind of sad. That is Bayek. My lieutenant's on my ship. Bayek and Evie from, I think that's Syndicate. We can upgrade stuff on our boat. But yeah, our ship is definitely a bi-ream. I kind of like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it.
And then at some point I can unlock a crew of Spartan ships, but for right now I'm using Mycenaeans.
Incredible. And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you. Show you a power.
If I'm not mistaken, Mycea was like one of the very earliest and oldest Greek civilizations.
I know what my opponent's next move will be, just before it happens.
I think that's no, the Minotaur was from not Cyprus but Crete or Crete.
Is this the place?
Honestly, I might swap breastplates just because I'm finicky like that. There we go. We can unlock like a gold or silver one at some point, but that's like levels away from where we are right now. But little story time real quick. Where is it? This helmet, or this style of helmet, along with this helmet, nope. But yes, this style of helmet, not that plume. I don't think that plume is very accurate. Actually, let me see it. Okay, yeah, so that plume is a horsetail plume, which was used. But this was primarily used by Greek colonies in Magna Graecia in southern Italy. That's where most of those were found. But yes, it wasn't just Sparta that had the Corinthian helmet or the bronze breastplate. It's in the western part of the abandoned forest. Ah, right over there.
Here it is.
Right there. There's something over here. Might be inside. Is that a pig? I hate pigs. Not only are they filthy beasts, but also very annoying to fight. But they have hide, so here we go. And I missed. Is that a bear? Are we going to have another flying bear episode? So, the other day I was playing, there's a lot of pigs here. And, yeah, see what I mean? These guys are annoying. But I was playing the other day, and I may or may not have captured a screenshot of a flying bear on the beach. It was very funny. so annoying. Stupid little piggy. Yes, chat. If you look over, there's commands that I have for my channel. If you want to bring them up yourself, just do exclamation point commands. It'll bring all those up for you. And then I have a couple commands on a timer, so every so often they'll come up for you. Deputy, if you are listening, what do you use to edit your videos? What software do you use? Do you just use Canva? And I missed. How many arrows do I got? 30 out of 50? That ain't bad at all. CapCut or Clipchamp? Alright, are those free or do I have to buy them? They're free? Cool. Because I want to start being able to do stuff like that. Enhance my reach. Paid portion that gives you more access, that's fair. I'm trying to hold off on spending too much money on my socials and my Twitch just until I start making money off of them.
I wonder if...
And bright white light.
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know matter.
Yeah, but you threw it and you missed the pig, so shut up, woman.
Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
You still could have taught him a lesson and killed the pig.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're...
Honestly, I'd wear a chitin. That's the thing that he's wearing. And I don't know if that's what they would have called a dress, but
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long
I'm just going to
line
assume
of
they called that a chitin as
a
well.
bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you
I'm gonna look that
and
up,
me
actually.
and our family.
All of us?
I wonder if Romans called it the same thing, because the Romans had like that toga thing.
Great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Yeah, I think the Romans called it the same thing.
Mater, I haven't forgotten you.
Ooh, my spear glows. See, look at that. Traditional Greek soldier minus his big whopping spear and shield. Like I said, they're trying to do... I was reading a discussion boards on Nexus mods, and they're wanting to do a mod that adds a shield to this game. The problem is they have to somehow... They have to replace Leonidas' spear with the shield. But then that kind of takes away from gameplay because now you don't have the spear, which is vital to the main storyline. So
How does a place like this
that's
exist?
kind of maybe if they replace the bow with it, that would be a thing. They could do that, replace the bow, because I don't know how many people on here use the bow, but I would be fine if they decided to swap out the bow for a shield. That would be kind of cool. I would do that. But it's also the same idea of you have to now reprogram the game because when you draw a sword, his spear is immediately in his offhand, right, his left hand. But the bow is a different mechanic altogether, right? So that's why the spear at the moment is the most viable option that they want to do. But other than that, yeah, I don't think we're going to get a shield mod for Assassin's Creed Odyssey for a while, if ever. I wish they had modded it in the first place, or not modded it, but like added it to the game when they first released it, because that's what I really liked about Origins, was the fact that you could get a shield. The shield in Origins, though, was extremely small, and I feel like for Origins, that was more an assassin-y type game than this is, right? Origins was more of an assassin-y feel than Odyssey is. Odyssey is definitely... It gives me more of a hack and slasher kind of vibe, with like the battles between the Athenians and Spartans you can get into. But Origins felt like there was no mass battles you were participating in unless it was part of like the main storyline campaign. And Origins definitely felt more Assassin's Creed than this does. So if they were to do anything, I feel like in retrospect, Origins should have been made without the shield, and Odyssey should have been made with the shield.
Forge. I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing. You don't understand.
I'm also not a huge fan of how the spear is... I don't know. I don't like the spear idea that they went with the storyline.
I admit, that could be an incredible...
Is it a nice tie-in
right
with Leonidas?
Now,
Sure.
I'm the doctor, and I take care of you.
Does it really
Now get
add
some rest
anything to
before
the
you go
story?
back to
I
your
feel like it
Elysiums.
doesn't. Don't tell me to rest.
Abstergo goons could be tracking us down right now.
And the rest of us will be ready for them. If you burn out here, our mission will be done.
Yeah,
They told
waiting,
me you had a cheerful
waiting.
bedside manner.
I also
Don't
will
forget,
say
we're a
this:
team.
Odyssey has
We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
longer
I know.
cutscenes than I would have liked.
Yoshi secured the loft yesterday, and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
All right,
And I'm
nobody
gonna talk
minds.
if you're feeling any
I'm
confusion
gonna
from
skip the
Animus.
Abstergo stuff.
Always the... I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
All right, can I? Is there? Yeah. See, there's nothing here. That's gonna help me with my story. Why do you want your email?
Fascinating.
I can.
Is there any...
I'll leave you to your...
If you need any...
All right. That was dumb.
Are you sure you want...
Yes.
All right.
There's nothing that I need to do here. Then I'm not gonna do anything, because then the Abstergo stuff is just so stupid. I'm gonna look up where Olympia is so we could try to find it in the Peloponnesian Peninsula. Olympia, Greece is in the far western side of the bottom half of the peninsula. So not Laconia, and it's above Messenia. Yeah, so it's gonna be over there in that section.
My spear is
All right,
strong.
just give me one minute. Okay, cool. So I had to check on something, and I have to change screens for that. I still don't have 2 screens, so I have to take a pause and flip-flop, which pauses my game. So, can I upgrade the spear? Yes, sir, I can. Spear level 2. Alright, what does this give us? 6% health on adrenaline spent. Next level. How do we upgrade it, though? There's something over there. It might be above us as well. Yeah, it could definitely be above us. Did I upgrade the spear all the way? We'll check our inventory. Ah. Alright, so we might need more of those little fragments before we can upgrade the spear anymore.
Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear. Someone was here far before we were.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You cannot catch me. I'm a gingerbread man. Actually, nope. Change that.
Did Leonidas
run,
know
run,
this place
run as
existed?
fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm a hoplite man. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I am absolutely that crazy. Thank you for talking.
Time to talk!
You missed! Why are we climbing?
You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you alright? Cassandra, you're alive.
Don't touch me.
Oh, come on, little sister. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter. There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta, alive.
Yes, it did show the truth. It confirmed what I always knew. You threw me off a fucking mountain!
If that's what you think, Cassandra, you must have hit your head on the way down.
Yep,
I've
they're
heard
siblings.
the story, and not from a liar like you. And never call me Cassandra.
Right, Demos. Now her, I don't know.
She's a demigod. Worshipped.
Why do they have frogs if they're not going to carry their swords and scabbard in the frog?
Then why do the cult's bidding?
Have you been paying attention? They're following my lead.
Then make a choice on your own. Help find our mater.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult. Looking for Myrrine, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would be to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
Then get them off her trail. Send them after me instead.
You really do like attention. They'll be after you soon enough, not to worry. And they'll dominate
Dude,
you.
They'll have their
I'm a
work
Spartan.
cut out for
Alright, I'm a Spartan
I
Mystios.
doubt it. The family will be exterminated.
If they're after all of us, there's one less person to find. I killed Nikolaos.
Yet here you are acting so righteous. When really you're just like me.
I don't care what you think. I'll find Myrrine. Do the right
Okay, he has the sword.
Come
Where's
with me.
hers?
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer?
Bless my soul.
Running around like lost children looking for dear mother.
I have a little cough.
You're so weak.
It's responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse. The cult has a plan, and it won't be interrupted by the likes of you.
Yeah.
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers.
I'm still fascinated that the breastplate that I'm wearing has a
You
belly
still
button
think
indent.
You stand a chance?
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it? You claim we have the same blood, so let's see what you can do.
I'll take the challenge. Malaka.
Well,
He needs to know about this.
there's nothing that I would have gained from fighting her because I wouldn't have been able to kill her. That Byra, on the other hand, I'm gonna get closer. And I'm gonna die. Oh, nope. I just went down half health. Fine. Come here, bear. Come here, Mr. Bear. Look at that. 12 leather. Alright, is there anything else on this island that I could get? There's that thing. Come again? I can always fast travel back to my ship. Is there any fast travel points? I didn't even look at that. There's that. Why not go after her? Or him? I forgot we have to mark that person. Alright, so now that we've marked that person, we'll go find out whatever this was over here. I completely unmarked. Well, we're facing east. Is it east? It is southeast. And I missed the goat. I missed the goat again. I am not much in the way of hunting, am I?
Perfect hunter.
Surprised I can climb with all this stuff on. What's the untracked target?
There he is.
Staropes? Who the hell is Staropes? That's not the button. I wanted tab, not escape. Ooh. Why do you want me to kill him? He's like levels above me, bro. Do I try? That's the next question. Ouch. Bay of Nobody?
I think I'd better not pick any fights.
Oh! Cyclops! That did 0 damage. Cyclops! That did 0 damage. Can I aim for his eye? Okay, that stuns him. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't even know he was a Cyclops. Yeah, well, we're getting out of here because he's level 45 and I have done 0 damage to him. That's absolutely fantastic, though. So, the Bay of Nobody, just to give you a little backstory. Odysseus, when he was coming back on his Odyssey, he stopped at this island, and basically, he got trapped by the Centaur, or the Cyclops, and in order to get free, he blinded the Cyclops, and then told him that his name was Nobody. Yeah, so that must have been the bay where he stopped at. I missed. But yeah, that's a very brief synopsis of that story. There's a lot more to it. How did I miss?
King of Eagles.
Ooh, what's that? Or a Kaelcom? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, it's a Ryan. I missed the Ryan. That's what I thought. Man, there is a crap ton of stuff on here. I've gotten so much stuff from this island, it's crazy. The beach encampment? Ah.
This area will be well defended.
It may be well defended, but I'm heavily psychotic. Is that gonna protect you from me? I killed your boss. Hey, I've come to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Well, that was fun. Oi, go! Get out of here! Who naps on guard duty? I'm just saying, if that had been me, I would have been flamed. Where are the other guards at? There's like... I should have killed the 2. Okay. That was weird. Be free! Be free! You are free! Alright. Time to take stuff. Alright, apparently there's more than one guard. Is he on the ship? That's the other question. So he dead. He is also dead. There's somebody else. Oh, he's right there. Oh, there's more than one. Gotcha. Alright. I'm going in the wrong direction. I walked right by him. And apparently, I guess that was me that I saw. Wake up! You got fire watch! I thought this was the... Oh. I see. Alright, well, that is 2 cultists gone. Who'd I kill? I didn't. Alright, well, she's gone. Riposaurus Rex. I got more fragments. Got 2 Athenian light armors, which, why I would use those, I don't know. That's a horrifying way to go out. Are you talking about the Firewatch reference? Ooh. You know what? I really don't need those. Wake up, you got Firewatch, gets stabbed. Honestly, I'd take a stabbing over Firewatch. It's crazy to me, like, I'm working 12-hour shifts and I'm fine. In the schoolhouse, I'm doing like an hour, 2 hour, maybe 4 hours of Firewatch. Like, maybe not even once a month, and it's like the worst thing ever. I'm dying. Like, I'm about to fall asleep. I'm over here working a 12-hour shift, loaded up with guns and everything. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean? I'm wide awake. But yeah, the cursed red flashlight, that was fun. There was a funny time in I don't remember when it was, but one of my buddies, it was last year I think, and he was working on the same base I was working at, and different unit. But he was getting up early because he was having some troublesome PFCs and lances that were giving him some trouble, like new guys to his unit. So he and the other NCOs would wake up early and go inspect these people's rooms. And he would wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning because not only was he checking these guys' rooms, but he was also in charge of the armory. So he had to be early for that. And he hated it. Like, he's like, I want to teach these guys a lesson, but at the same time, I don't like waking up early. And I was on night shift at the time, and I sent him a snap with a red filter on it, right around the time that he would get up in the morning, and I was like, wake up, you have Firewatch. And it made him so mad, it was so funny. Little things like that bring pleasure in life. I really hate these pigs. I missed him. Icarus, get him! I feel like now that we're older, like, the concept of Firewatch brings more terror than it actually is. It's literally just like, maybe, like, depending on what you're doing. Like, in the schoolhouse and in boot camp, it was an hour and an MCT. Right? But on the weekends in the schoolhouse, because we had weekends off when we were in school, it was 4 hours. Which kind of sucked, because you got 4 hours out of your Saturday or Sunday that you had to spend sitting in your camis. And it wasn't, I mean, we had to wear kit, but it wasn't like brown gear. So we have two different gear kits that we wear. Black gear is for, like, the PMO guys. Like, the military police officers wear brown gear, or black gear in garrison. And that's basically just your police vest, your duty belt, you know, typical cop kit. And then you have brown gear, which is like your plate carrier and your war belt, stuff that you would wear like on a deployment or like a field side environment. And the black gear doesn't have Kevlar plates. The black gear has the other nickname is called second chance vests, but they're basically only rated to stop 9mm, and then they're stab resistant. Do we get feathers from that? Nope. We get an arrow bag. So yeah, in the schoolhouse we would wear our police kit for Firewatch, and it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was generic stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't, like, necessarily the most comfortable, but it wasn't, like, heavy at all. It wasn't bad. But, like, I think it was just the fact that you're doing training all day, and then you're that guy that's got like, the 1 hour of Firewatch. And you're like, geez, I gotta wake up in the middle of the night to do this, or I gotta wake up at, like... The worst part, in my opinion, is the last, like, couple hours of Firewatch that people stand. Because it's like, you have, like, the last hour before you have to get up to go do, training for the day. And then you have no idea what that training entails. Like, you can be in a classroom all day, which is not fun, because death by PowerPoint will put you to sleep faster than melatonin will. And then, especially when you're on that last hour of Firewatch, you're especially going to be out like a light. But, like, other days, you could be out in the field, like, doing, like, long hours of not even classroom training. It's just, like, practical application for what you learned the day before. And it's, like, taking you forever. I gotta talk to Herodotus.
Well, was the legend true? Was it magnificent? What happened to you? And your spear?
Slow down, Herodotus. My spear is stronger now. I can feel it. You were right. There was some kind of artifact there. It showed me a vision of me and my mother.
So, the ancient civilization is real. Alexios, you have no idea the power you possess. All harnessed in Leonidas' spear.
That's not everything. Demos followed me here. The cult's already moving. She told me herself. They're going after us. My family. Pericles.
Why would she tell you? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens to warn Pericles. And we need to find my mother before
Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom while I wait for this cutscene. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
If Pericles is anywhere, he's there.
Alright, I've come back. Q, Q, Q. There, Q. Very cool. Alright. I have no idea what we're going to do. Oh, we leveled up to 16. Cool. The Eye of Cosmos? I feel like... Okie dokie. Reach Attica. Upgrade the spear.
Ready for you, Commander.
Let's upgrade the spear before we go anywhere. And we are approaching our 2 hours, so we're gonna just take care of a few stuff and then we're gonna sign off for the day. Yeah, I usually only really do like the 4-hour streams on Saturdays that I'm not working. All right. I should have done that. Well, now my armor is upgraded, which is not that bad, but would have definitely gone for more of a... I'm upgrading my weapons first. Alright, let's see what we can upgrade. Or how far we can upgrade.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Ooh, looks nicer. That's nice. What's it gonna take to upgrade the spear again? That's what I'm wondering. 3 out of 6. Let's see. Okay, let's see how much it takes for us to upgrade it again. Seven. Alright, let's see if we can fast travel out of here. We have to go... Ah.
Welcome back, Commander.
Off we go, we're sailing to Attica, the place where Athens was born and raised. That don't make sense, how our city's born and raised. It was built in a day, no it was not. Am I not going forward? Crazy. Get out the way, I'm coming through. Me, my ship, and my crew. Don't hit me with your arrows. It's a shock. Oh, that was a glitch. Namastenga. Swear to God, don't put me in another cutscene.
When you're ready, meet me at the Pnyx in Athens.
Alright, looks like we gotta run 1,000 meters this way. The land of democracy. Athens. And then you have the Acropolis with the Parthenon. With the Athena Parthenos inside. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna screenshot this. Quit turning your head. Boom.
Athens. Let's see what this city has in store for me.
When I was playing this game the first time, I was like, I need to blend in, so I equipped an entire set of Athenian armor. And then I realized that doesn't affect the gameplay, so I stopped caring. But yes, we are going to climb the Acropolis. See, the Acropolis was the area that it was like the fort inside of the city. See, it's up high. If a Greek city, or at least Athens, if Athens was attacked, they could pull back to the Acropolis, and the Acropolis was kind of like the last line of defense. Deputy, thank you for the ban. I didn't even notice what he wrote, to be honest. Was it, what is it, a scammer? Or like one of those spammers? Gotcha. Alright, everybody. Look at those Greek soldiers. Are we ready to see the Athena Parthenos in all her glory?
Here we are.
One of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Athena Parthenos, disappeared from antiquity, and we don't know what happened to it. The most prevailing theory is that it was destroyed by the Persians, because it's pretty much made out of ivory, expensive wood, and gold. And then her Aegeus, the shield Aegeus. I don't know what the snake was. I'm going to take another screenshot. Where is it? There it is. So the Athena Parthenos was a statue to Athena. Everybody knows how Athens was formed, or we should. If you don't. And you know what? Screw it. I'll just explain it again, because I love talking about it. Basically, Athens when Athens was first being built, they were trying to look for a sponsor from the gods who was going to be the god of that city. For instance, Ares, the god of war, was the sponsor of the city of Sparta, because Sparta was like warlike.
The famous Acropolis. A testament to humankind's skill and craftsmanship.
Big statue. See that? The bronze breastplate with a copus and a spear. I'm gonna have to climb up there.
Does it please you, I wonder, to watch your city on the verge of battle?
But yes, they were looking for a sponsor, and the god Poseidon and the goddess Athena were fighting over it. Well, not fighting, but like definitely. Oh yeah, and that's Medusa. I'll explain why Medusa's on her chest in a second. But story goes that they were going to offer gifts to the people of Athens, and the Athenians were going to choose between who had the better gift, Poseidon or Athena. Athena made an olive tree,
the Athenian general.
and Poseidon made a saltwater spring by striking his trident on the ground. And where his trident was is where they built, where his trident punctured the earth to make the saltwater spring, was where his temple was built in Athens, because they built him a temple as well. I need to find out where that is. But they decided, is right here, yes, the temple to Poseidon, where his tridents allegedly struck the ground and created that saltwater spring. And the Athenians, I think this is the spring. No. The Athenians judged that Athena's gift of olives, an olive tree, was more beneficial to the city of Athens than Poseidon's saltwater spring, and therefore Athena became the god sponsor to Athens. Hence why Athenian coins had the little owl, because the little owl, it's an actual owl, by the way, it's called the little owl. The little owl is a symbol of wisdom. Is that Artemis? That might be Artemis. And Athena was the goddess of wisdom, military strategy, and craftsmanship. And so it was that the little owl became the symbol of Athens and all that on their coins and everything. And after that, Poseidon and Athena were kind of at odds with each other. So the reason why Medusa is on the chest of Athena, that chest plate, is because Medusa was an extremely beautiful woman. And she had an affair, or a fling, with the god Poseidon. And they decided to make love in front of a statue of Athena in one of Athena's temples. I don't know if it was the Athena Parthenos, but it was definitely in front of a statue of Athena in a temple to Athena. Athena saw that and was like, I can't curse Poseidon because he's a god, and he's my uncle because my dad is Zeus, and Poseidon is Zeus's brother. He's one of the three biggest major gods, like Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. So she's like, I can't punish Poseidon, but what I can do is I can punish Medusa. So she made Medusa extremely ugly. Ugly to the point that if you turned and looked at her, you would be turned into stone if you were a mortal man. And her hair got turned into snakes. Eventually, Medusa died to, I believe it was either Theseus or Perseus. And that was the story. I'm going to take another screenshot. So yes, that's why Medusa is on her chest plate, because trying to turn her enemies into stone. Essentially. So, with that being said, I hope everybody loved the stream today. Thank you for participating. Deputy, thank you for being here. I don't know when I'll be streaming next because I will be having a very busy rest of my month. So be on the lookout. I'll try to post maybe 12 hours in advance on my Snapchat, which is private, so don't try to look for it. And then my Instagram story and my TikTok stories, which are TikTok and Instagram are not private. So have at it. Anyway, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Have a great start to your week on Monday. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time.